Floss Tube.
Hello.
I'm Christy.
I'm Callie.
And we're the Floss Boss and Cousins coming to you live right after StitchCon.
We look like we've been run over by a truck.
And feel that way.
Christy come down with the sickness and she's infected me, I believe, so.
That's what you get for taking them candid photos when you're supposed to be driving.
When I'm trying to entertain myself because I'm the only one awake.
Well, we'd stopped at the old Cracker Barrel. I got my belly full and I need a little nappy now.
I'm telling you. We all needed a nap, I think, after this week, but we had a good time.
Oh, we had such a good time.
I don't even know where to start.
Me either.
Let's see.
I can tell you what I shouldn't have done.
What's that?
Is watch crisscross stitches floss tube right before we do this one, because I was up there all choked up. If you ever have the opportunity to meet that sweet man in person, do it.
We we got up there. When did we go up? On Tuesday?
I left my house at 4:30 Tuesday morning.
She picked me up at 5. Then we went to meet Candace about, what, an hour away?
About an hour and something.
Picked Candace up, and then we met Holly and Todd.
At Bucky's in Athens.
And then started our caravan up this way.
Yep.
Got there about, what was it? Was it 4 or 4:30?
I really don't know. And didn't even get checked in the hotel. And Kia B and her sweet son and husband were waiting on us in the lobby for us to get there. So the very first thing, we got a good neck hug from Kia.
So sweet of her.
Oh, it was. And he is precious. He's so precious. So that was a wonderful way to start off our very first StitchCon.
I was trying to think of what else happened.
On the way up, we stopped in Kentucky.
That's what it was.
And met, it was Lee and Linda had came down. They were coming through our area, and we went to Big Al's and ate supper with them one night. And so we went and stopped in Kentucky, and Linda was gone out of town, but Lee and another lady, Miss Myra, were there, and I'll insert some pictures. And we had lunch with them at Fish Trap something.
Yeah, I could.
Anyway, it was a hole in the wall, and it was so very good.
Christy got oysters, and I got fried catfish, and it was great.
Yes, and we spent some time with them, and then we all loaded up and went over to Rogue Stitching. And looked around. I didn't buy anything at Rogue Stitching. Did you?
I did, and I'm gonna have to run up and get my haul out of the back of the car because I didn't make it down here with it, but I'll go get it in a little bit. But I got I got a piece of fabric while we were in there.
Do you want to hold, please? All right, we're back.
So at Rogue Stitching, I did get a piece of fabric. This is Picture This Plus Huntress. And this is way out of my wheelhouse, but it's gorgeous.
It's a 16 count Ada.
And it's just soft as it could be, but I don't know what I'm going to put on it. But I bet I figure out something. I think a monochromatic something, like a big Quaker, or I don't know what or one of those ink circles, and just do it with.
That would be pretty.
One color. So that was my first purchase of the trip.
And we bid goodbye to Lee and Myra and headed on to Ohio. And like I said, when we got to the hotel, we saw Kia, and then me and Callie and Todd and Holly and Candace walked across the street to Third Eye Brewery and ate dinner.
And it was good.
It was very good.
Callie, you try to do it.
No, ma'am. That would be a broken.
Holly, do it. Do it, Holly. Holly, do it. Yeah. Candace, you do it. Yeah. Albert. Come on, Albert. Do it, Albert.
And then we went back, and we didn't do anything that night. We just, we went down to the lobby, or to the breakfast area, and stitched.
Went to bed. Told everybody that we was going to meet at what time?
9 o'clock to go to Craft Gallery.
And at 9:15, somebody knocked on the door, and me and Christy is out.
Yeah.
Ain't neither one of us even rolled over. So.
And Holly, that never gets up, was downstairs ready, waiting on us. Candace was putting her stuff in our room because she had to swap rooms. So we hurried and got ready, and we took out to Craft Gallery.
Now, mind you, too, let me tell them this. So, this is Christy's maiden voyage driving across the country, or as far up as we went.
The furthest I've ever driven is to the beach.
She drove all the way up on Tuesday.
All the way to Craft Gallery.
And then all the way to Craft Gallery, and all the way home, or back to the hotel.
Yeah.
So, she's racking her up some miles now. She thinks she can go anywhere.
I can. Have car will travel.
But she did good. She got a little nervous on that bridge coming into Ohio, or wherever we were. I don't know. But it was
islands. Sort of picture.
And
because, the two passengers was snapping photos. I can't stand a bridge. I can't stand to be on one. I can't stand to be under one. I can't stand them.
She said a little wrecked up, but she did it. She went on across. So. But then.
Craft Gallery was wonderful.
It was.
They were so very nice. They were normally closed on Wednesdays, but they opened up around lunchtime, and we met Julie and Cindy. They were there. They're twin sisters. We met them, and I'll insert some pictures of that. And then before we left, here comes the Sassy Southern Stitchers, Lisa and Megan. Oh, this came UPS today.
Who's that from?
Well, just open it. I had to go to the eye doctor today at 1, so I got home early. And I was sitting there, and I heard something. I seen a man walk by the front window, and I thought, what is that? And I stood up, and it was the UPS truck. And I thought, I haven't bought anything. And it says, so glad we were able to finally meet in person. Looking forward to our next retreat. Big hugs, Megan and Lisa.
Well, mine didn't have no note in it.
Yes, it does.
Where? Oh, inside of it?
Well, there was a note. Alan must have.
He was checking it out.
Yeah, because he thought I'd bought something. I'm kidding.
Well, how cute is that?
And it's a little phone holder. You prop your phone on it. It holds your phone.
Well, that's just sweet. Thank you, girls.
Thank you so much.
We had so much fun sitting around and shooting a breeze with them.
Yes. And we had a little craft. We stayed at Craft Gallery a little bit and had a few little antics with them. And I told them, I said, okay, I said, let's get a picture outside in front of Craft Gallery. And I said, anybody that stands by me, you have to want your boob squeezed. And Megan was like, I don't think so. But we had a good time. And they had a friend, Taylor, and I cannot think of her name.
I couldn't tell you. I've talked to so many people, and it's hard to keep up with who's who.
And Megan's daughter, Alexis, was there. She was our photographer for the day. I think I'm going to say about adopting her.
Yeah. Me and her be fast friends, I do believe.
Yeah. I'm thinking you're right.
She's a little sassy like we are.
But we had such a good time, and we went home through Lebanon and ate at the Golden Lamb.
And it was so good.
It was so good. It was beautiful. We sat outside and ate dinner, and Todd met us over there, and we just had a really good time. And then we went back to the hotel and
stitched some that
night. And then we had to go to bed, because we had to get up the next morning and be ready for the first day of StitchCon. So
we got up, got in line that next morning. Some people had started lining up. I don't know how early, but it was fairly early. And Candace and Beth sat with me at table 17, I believe was our table number. So they went on down, got in line so they could get us a table. And me and Holly, did I walk over before y'all, or we walk over together? I don't remember.
We walked over
But we
together.
got separated in line because y'all were the first half.
Yeah, we were in A through
whatever, and then I was in the other half.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing there in line, and I get a hug from behind, and I'm thinking, who is this? Because everybody I know was up ahead of me or already in there. And it was Chris Cross Stitch. And I was just floored. So we were scared he was not going to show.
We were.
Because he hadn't had a video up, and we didn't know if he was busy or what was going on. But he gets a good old hug, and I was hollering for Christy to come back. She couldn't hear me, so I had to walk up there. But we all got to meet him in line. Had a good time talking.
Oh, it was wonderful.
And then we got to our tables, and I sat I'm going to have to look at my book because I know their first name. I don't know. Some of them's got floss teeth and some of them don't. Yeah. So I sat with Beth and Candace, who were two girls in our heifer group. And then, let's see me. Flip over. I'm going to have to get my eyeballs on too. Somebody gave us these books one time. If y'all don't have one of these, it's called My Stitching Friends, and it's a book for you to take with you to retreats, and they can add all their information, like their social media handles, all that stuff, how we met, fun facts about, or fun friend facts, this, that, and the other. So I always take mine to a retreat. So our table was Candace and Beth and me, and then Julie Serrato, and she has a YouTube. It's called Finding Judy. So go give her a watch. Let's see. Then Gretchen Heinzman was also sitting with us. She doesn't have a YouTube. She wore the cutest glasses, y'all. She's just cute as pie. But she coming down every day with these big colorful glasses on, and I loved them. Then Danica Benninghoff. She's Danica Stitches. She doesn't have a YouTube either. Then Amanda Chittleborough, she sat next to me. That first day, she got in there a little bit late because she was trying to do some work in the mornings before she came down. But she's from Australia and is currently here living in the States in Georgia. But on here it says her favorite stitching things are full coverage. And when I tell you she does full coverage, I meant to the nines. But she had a bunch of things that she was showing me, like several different heids that she was working on, and I'm flabbergasted by that because I would never attempt to do one because I would be tangled up before I knew what happened. But that was who all sat at my table.
And at my table was me and Holly Ho and Jamie and Chris from the Pink Stitchers and Tracy. I had not met Tracy prior. I feel like I'm wheezing.
Mm-hmm. You are.
Prior.
Because I am.
Prior to StitchCon, she came with Beth, which is Stitching in My Pajamas. And Beth's sister Rebecca, and Beth and Rebecca are the designers of My Sister Samplers. And they had a display at the Annex.
And Beth is also the dyer for, did you say she was the dyer for Gloriana?
Yes, for Gloriana. But we had all met, minus Tracy, at the Jingle Ball last year. And we had decided, because we spent the entire weekend in a room together, we decided that we were going to sit together at StitchCon. So we all sat together, and I'm telling you, they are nuts. Puro nuts. But I had such a good time. We had such a good time.
So we got in and got settled in, and I walked around and looked at the brag table the first day. Did you?
Yes, I did. And
when I tell you that there is some gorgeous stuff up there, it was mind-blowing to me. Just how beautiful that stitching was. And then people may have arrived the next day, and it was constantly being added to, so you had to constantly go around and see
yes.
what else had been added. But there were some, and it was just a variety of stuff. There was some full coverage. There were mirabilias. There was just all kinds of stuff, and it was all beautiful. And I think maybe I've got some pictures of that. I don't know. I took pictures or had pictures sent. That I don't know, but if I do, I'll send them to you.
Of what?
The brag stuff. But that was a lot of fun. And so when we first got in, we picked up our swag bag. And then if you were doing the smalls exchange, you got your poker chip for that.
This was the swag bag.
And it's good size.
StitchCon.
It holds a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it had in it a Just Cross Stitch magazine, a Keepsakes key fob,
a little ort jar that has...
That wasn't in the swag bag.
Yes, well, it wasn't in the bag. It was on the table.
Oh, I didn't know who that was from.
Yeah, I think it was from them because everybody got one at the table.
Okay. And a little notebook and a pen.
Mm-hmm.
That was from Keepsakes.
Then I drew my Smiles Exchange poker chip, and wouldn't you know, I was the last one on the last, or the last bunch on the last day on Saturday. And we got a passport too, and I don't know where. I think I left mine on the coffee table.
Mine's in here somewhere.
But you got a passport that kind of had a list of all the floss tubers that were there and the itinerary for each day, and maybe some restaurant information for Cincinnati. And I don't know what else was in there. I can't remember.
We stitched and took pictures and passed out. Did we pass out our gifts that day or the next day?
I think I did mine that day. My table gifts.
Oh, no, I meant the gifts that we took for everybody.
No, we did that the second day, I believe.
Okay.
So we had put together a Floss Boss and Cousins bag, and we had put floss cards in it.
We put 3 floss cards.
3 project cards.
3 floss cards. 3 project cards. And a needle minder from P&B Creations on Etsy. It says Floss Boss and Cousins. And would you believe we made 300 and I counted them twice and we got down to the last day and we were short 4?
Yes.
And I've got to get those in the mail. I got their address, so I'll get those mailed out to y'all tomorrow.
There's such a commotion in that room that
You don't know
which ends up.
Yeah.
So we try to do it systematically and start on one end to go through every table and then, to work it through. But I don't know how we got jacked off or.
Yeah.
But anyway, we tried. So.
I hated we were short, but
I tell you,
I'm going to get a mail tomorrow.
I bet you I didn't put in 50 stitches the whole week. It was just constant people coming up to introduce themselves to us, which was great for us to get to meet people because we just sit here and talk. And sometimes, we know the people that comment a lot on our videos and things like that, but it was nice to meet people and put names to faces and things like that, which, I told half of them that I talked to. It just shocked the crap out of me that anybody wants to sit and watch us because I think we're entertaining, but we may not be everybody's cup of tea. So, but we met so many people.
We did.
Met floss tubers that we watched that we're fangirling over, and so how long did we stay that first night? We didn't stay till it closed. I know.
Well,
night,
we
really.
walked across the street and ate at the Delta Inn. And we came back and we went and stitched some more. Because we were across the street probably around 6-ish.
Yeah.
And we went and stitched some more. And then we went down to the late night stitching. I didn't stay very long, about maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes. And then we went back. Did we go to the lobby? I think we did again.
Yeah, I think so.
And stitched.
But your light died or something, didn't it? Or maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, your phone died.
I mean, it just all blurs together.
You don't know what
when
you're
you
doing.
don't have any sleep and just yada, yada, yada.
But we was back up fairly early the next morning and went over and sat and stitched that day. And I took way too much stuff like I knew I was going to. Too many clothes, too many projects. But I did stitch on Blackbird's America the Beautiful and maybe, honestly, got 50 stitches in it. And then I stitched on American Welcome the rest of the time.
This is a quick look around in the annex. Look at all the beautiful fabrics. All of the models were gorgeous. That's Rebel Stitcher. Some more Rebel Stitcher. Look at those berries, I guess. There's some Plum Street. Some more beautiful fabrics. I mean, to see them in person is just phenomenal. Look at those red tomatoes. If you know, you know. Beautiful ruler boxes. the StitchCon chart for this year with the thread packs. It was designed by Sue Hillis. Jeanette Douglas, Matter in Hand, I see that one. Those were some of the flosses, some of the bags. Handmade with Love by Nana is who made the bags. Some more goodies in the annex. That was Forbidden Fiber Co. Look at that beautiful quilt. All those beautiful little stitched ornaments. The finishing on these are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous, all of them. Another shot of all the gorgeous fabrics, the different counts, the different kind. Look at all the
Annex
colors.
was down there. Was it open the first day that we were there?
Uh-uh.
So it opened the next day, which would have been Thursday?
Friday.
No, Friday. And the trunk shows that were in there were just, some of them were just breathtaking.
Yes.
One that really stood out to me was, is it the Artsy Housewife that had that chicken?
Yes.
It was and I don't know the name of the design, but it's got pennies around it and a chicken in the center, and it's just so vibrant. The colors are. The Jeanette Douglas's stuff was really impressive. I mean, it all was. It's
Judy Whitman.
Yes.
My Sister Samplers, The Proper Stitcher, Sweet Wing Studio. I mean,
it was just a lot, but it was all beautiful. It
was all gorgeous.
And to see them stitched up versus just looking at a chart,
yeah,
is something else, because it may not appeal to you because of the chart on the thing, but you see it stitched. And I don't know what that one was on that dark purple plum fabric that I showed you about my piece of fabric, but I need to figure out what that would be perfect on that.
Yeah.
So
was it ink circles?
It may have been. I've got
Candace
got one.
did a
video tour.
Yeah, so you might could grab it off of that.
So then
Friday morning, I woke up with a stuffy nose, but then I felt better. And was it Friday?
We might have took some notes.
Oh gosh. Shelly, antique needle worker, came over.
I think that was Friday.
To the Hyatt lobby and stayed with us a little while. And we had a really good time.
Brought us a cute little gift.
She did.
Let me show you mine. My scissors are down in the bottom of my purse because that's all I had over there. But she brought two of these, one for me and one for Christy, and one of them had pink on it.
Yeah.
And the other one had red. She said, well, I'm going to let y'all fight over which one's which, and we didn't have to fight at all. We knew which ones we wanted. But it's a little needle book with a little pocket in it. She put some pony needles in there and some scissors and a little place to put your needles, and it is just cute as pie.
It is so sweet. It was so good to get to hug her neck.
Yeah.
We sat and talked with her and the Pink Stitchers and Rebecca and Beth from My Sister Samplers, and
there was some other people.
yeah.
Oh, did I don't know who was over there, Christy.
I don't know either. And then Friday night, me and Callie and Holly and Todd and Chris Cross Stitch went and had dinner, and we had such a good time.
I'm telling you, it was the best time.
Chris was in the back seat of Holly's vehicle,
hemmed up with me and Christy.
He was. God love his heart.
Just the sweetest person I believe I've ever met.
Yeah.
I mean, really. He is just as nice as can be and as genuine. And he just kept saying over and over how much that we reminded him of home. And he did us too.
Yeah.
I believe it wouldn't take him long to get back to talking like we do. But we had a good dinner together, spent some time together, and then on the way back to the hotel, we were talking. I don't know how we got on the subject, but we was talking about birthdays or birthday starts or something. And I want y'all to know I have a birthday twin, and it is Chris Cross Stitch. I mean, I couldn't have got a gold goose and felt any better than that, to know that. But
you're so crazy.
That was so funny.
Yeah. Then we went back and stitched a little more, and
I don't believe we set up real late that night.
And then Saturday, I really didn't feel good. But I stayed down there and stitched. And the Hathaway stitchers, they came into the lobby, and I got to go out and meet them. I got to meet Niecy Lynn.
I didn't get to talk to her.
I did. I believe that we could cause some trouble.
Yeah.
She seems like a lot
I've
of
watched her for a long time, and I meant to keep going to go over to talk to her, but every time I did, somebody was around on it, So.
Who else?
I know there's more because we've took pictures all week.
I mean, yes, and I will try to include as many of them as I can.
Saturday, are we at Saturday?
Oh, I got to meet in person Joy and Emma Kay from the Carolina Stitchers. And that Emma Kay is the most precious pregnant girl I have ever seen in my whole life. She's so teeny tiny and that little bitty belly sticking out. I just loved it. And I did get to rub the baby, so it's probably going to come out saying y'all.
We, Saturday afternoon, I think Candace at my table had done the small exchange, and she went at 11. And then I think mine was at 3 on Saturday afternoon. And y'all, I got the cutest thing. Me and Candace both, never been, didn't know what we was doing. So they call numbers, I guess, in increments of about, what, 10 maybe?
I don't know.
Steph does a random wheel picker, I think, and puts in batches of numbers, and maybe there's 10 each. But me and Candace both were in the very last set that was picked. And I went up there and got my bag, brought it back to the table and opened it. And I'm going to show you the other stuff that was in here first. But there was a little bra that says Be Creative with a B, which I love B stuff. A pair of scissors. And then this chicken. Would y'all look at this? How cute it is. And then you turn it over and it says, guess what? Chicken butt. And Christy's little grandson, Cable, little Muso, loves to say that. So we had to FaceTime him that night and show it to him.
Boom! Guess what?
What?
Chicken butt!
But it was so stinking cute. And it came in this bag with a little chicken on it. It was all wrapped up in a kind of a brown and gold gift bag. But I couldn't have been more pleased with what I got. I thought it was just perfect. I love it. And it was, we had to put in a little note in there that tells where the people are from. So it was from Lisa Sparks in Tallahassee, Florida. So thank you so much, Lisa. I was just tickled to death to get my gift. And we got a picture together after the exchange. And Christy, I think, is going to stick it in our video. But got that. Loved it. Then we stayed over there pretty late Saturday night, didn't we?
Yes. We went to, what was the name of that Italian place that we went?
Was it Ferrari's?
I don't know. We went to me and Callie and Todd and Holly, Jamie and Chris, Candace, Rebecca, Tracy, and Beth. We all went and ate dinner Saturday night together before the auction and the raffle started. And it was so good. So good.
I mean, that plate was enough for 3 or 4 people to eat on, and it was good. I got the it was the special that night, and it was lemon. I don't remember now what it was. Todd and Holly said it several times because he cooked it for their daughter one time.
Yeah.
But anyway, I had some kind of black pepper lemon sauce, and chicken.
I got the chicken marsala, and it was so good.
Everybody's looked great. I think most of us got a little something different. Jamie's mother and me and Candace, I know we ended up with the same thing. And it's so funny, every night, Holly's husband, Todd, and I kind of have a similar palate. So we would end up ordering the same thing. And that night, he branched off and got something else. And he said, I should have just ordered what you had. It was funny. But it was so good. And that bread, girl, I wish I had me a loaf of that right now.
Yeah, that was pretty good stuff.
So we had to hurry up and get back.
And it was worth it.
Because we had to be back for 7 o'clock was the raffle drawings. And then after that,
they did the auction.
And I'm telling you, if you wasn't in that room, it was just unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
There was just, like Chris Cross Stitch said on his video, there was just an energy about that place that that could be felt and not explained, because I don't know how to explain it.
I don't mean to sound sacrilegious, but it almost felt like a revival.
Mm-hmm.
Like something was moving.
Yeah. It was something else.
It was something else. And I can't wait till they announce all the money that was raised for beds for sleepyheads.
Mm-hmm.
But it was phenomenal.
It was such a good charity project. They Beds for Sleepyheads. They work in partnership with another group, New Life something, because Chris had said that this afternoon. But we were kind of raising beds for Sleepyheads, which is a part of that charity, if I'm not mistaken in explaining that right. But they collect gently used furniture and assist individuals and families that have had life-changing circumstances. Maybe it was homelessness, maybe it was fleeing abuse, could be anything. But they provided families with furniture for their homes. And the focus for this weekend was beds for sleepyheads and kind of the bedding to go along with it. But those people are going to be made pretty proud when all that's tallied up. And
yes,
And just to be there, and not just for this, but just the generosity of people that don't even know each other. I mean, when we show some of this stuff that that we got, and there's no way that we could even begin to show y'all what we got.
No.
It was just constantly people walking around, coming to your table, introducing themselves. You know, would you like some floss cards? Would you like this? And it was just unbelievable. I mean, I got bags galore up here, and table gifts, but the generosity that was shown on that auction the other night was it was something else. If it didn't bring tears to your eyes, or then you know
something's wrong with you.
Right. So
something is wrong. All right.
You want to show some of this stuff we got?
Oh boy.
I'm just going to show it. I tried to separate this because I told Christy we've got to do this video so we can get some of this stuff put up. So I'm going to separate mine into, I don't know, maybe table gifts that I got. Or maybe I'll just pull out a few things and just show you. So Candace at my table, she filled us up, gave us a little drawstring sack. And in there, she had stitched a little felt heart. Filled our bag up with candy. And made us a little pin cushion that sits up with a little counting pin in it, which is perfect for 4th of July, Memorial Day, because it's patriotic colored. So that was from her. You want to go back and forth? Or?
Carry on.
Let's see. This one was from Beth, and it's got all kinds of stuff in it. It's got keratin glove mask, card that she had written. Oh, these were from Candace too. These were floss cards and a little charm. Put that in the right bag. Beth knows I like tomatoes, so she had put one of these thread holders in there. And she put another one that's got a bicycle and it had some trim wrapped around it. Some of those these things that goes on your weeks to make them a little taller. And then in here, I'm gonna spell something. She had a little card. It's a project with some project details on the back. Lens cleaners, a beautiful scissor fob, and a thread bling. 3 skeins of floss. Hand lotion. Another lens wipe. I think this was from Beth. I tried to remember who it was, but I got a needle minder from somebody with a sewing machine on it. And I think she gave that to me. Band-aids, more lens wipes, and antibacterial hand wipes, and a little orc container that our friend Greta with Stitch Work Design Co. made. That was set on the table. So that was from Beth. Then Amanda that sat next to me, she was from Australia, and she gave us the tiniest little koala bear, and it clipped on everybody's lights, so he just lived on our lights always.
How cute.
And she also gave us a British flag, and it's here somewhere. Let's see. Then one of the girls, and I think Judy gave this to us, had some candy in it, like some licorice bites. And then it's got, this is the neatest thing. I hadn't used it yet because I wanted to show y'all, but it is a Swedish sponge cloth. But it says that once this thing is wet, one of these equals 17 rolls of paper towels and 5 kitchen sponges.
Well, I want to know if that works.
Well, I'm going to try her out. But it's got cherries on the front of it. It's neat. in a bag that says random crap. And I'll tell you, if I don't need that, I don't know who does. Then, I don't even know. Okay, Gretchen, that beautiful soul, let me tell you what she showed up with. So, she gave us a gift card to Keepsakes. And then she pulls out these bags that she's brought with her. I think this was on maybe the second morning. When I tell you that they were filled to their brim with all kinds of stuff that she had brought, she was going to put it on the freebie table. But she said, y'all go through it first. That one, I bet that lady had 50 skeins of Mo silk. No, hanks, not skeins. 50 hanks of Mo silk that she split up between, or let us pick the ones that we wanted. We helped her cut them loose and put them on floss cards. And where are they at? I picked several, and I gave Holly Ho some because she's a bright gal. But just, I took all them off. Beautiful colors. I mean, she brought linen to be split up if we wanted it. She brought, well, I could fix that a little better, but there was needle minders, there was patterns in there, there was I don't know what all. And so thank you so much, Gretchen. That was beyond believable. Then I got one of our viewers gave us this bag, and her mother, I took this off because I was afraid my dogs would rip it off if I left it laying around. But she gave us, it's a little frog that she had pinned on the zipper pull that her, was it 93-year-old mother made?
93 or 94.
But she had crocheted these little frogs and had them hanging on this bag. Her name was Judy, and it says her frogs were made by her mom. And it's got a pretty pin on there.
She brought us these project bags with the frog.
And I think it had this lotion in it. I don't know.
Yes, it did.
And a Canada pencil. But pretty bag. I'm telling you, you just forever just people walking up to you and just giving you stuff. I'm not going through this whole thing because this is just floss
We got
cards,
tons of floss cards, pens,
needle minders, chapstick. These wands. This one I thought was cute. Somebody did this. It's a survival kit.
Where's your stuff?
I took it. I put it in a candy bowl. I didn't eat it there.
Come on now.
I didn't eat M&Ms and them gummy things. Had a Nestle Crunch. It says to stay calm during crunch time. Tootsie Rolls to roll with the punches. Starburst for a burst of energy. Gum to get through sticky situations. Mints to help keep your cool. Kit Kats when you need something. When you need to take a break.
Glasses?
Yeah. And Snickers to remind you to always keep your humor. But I thought that was kind of cute. And I had all those pieces of candy in there.
That's a very cute idea.
Then, this I thought was just precious. It's a little bag with a bee on it.
Oh, yeah.
And a little tin. And it's got a waxer in here.
I think that's hand soap.
Oh, is it hand soap?
I think so. Read on the bottom of it.
Peppermint. Let's see. It's a hand body lotion.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking it was a waxer because I hadn't tore into it. But that's just cute as pie. It says B-Bar lotion. Then, what else? This is another sack of just... No, that's the one I shown. I don't know, y'all. It's just... it's unbelievable. The stuff that is in here. And I tried to make some kind of sense of it. Floss cards with scissor fobs.
Project cards.
Project cards with a pair of scissors in them. I mean, just tons and tons and tons of stuff.
This is the scissor fob that was in our swag bag. And the notebook that was in our swag bag from keepsakes.
The Sassy Southern Stitchers gave us some labels with our name on it that are what do you call that? Holographic. Gretchen in her bag that she brought, I believe this was from her, I'm pretty sure. But there was it's a little kit with a little shoe in it and a blackbird freebie that's called Cinderella Slipper, a piece of linen, the threads for it. And you make it into a pin cushion. I said, I tell you, if I leave here right now, I'm satisfied. Because you know how I am about a blackbird now. Jamie, the pink stitcher, from over at Christy's table. I mean, I just got stuff from over there, too. Like, they took me in as an orphan. Because I'd go over there and visit with them, and then walk around. I can't sit long at all like that. But she made me a pretty project bag. Holly Ho give me, I'm going to let Christy show you what's in hers, but she done me up a bag too. I don't know. That's all I'm showing because it's just too much.
You want to show your haul?
You want me to do it at the end and let you show your stuff?
No, you go ahead. If you want to.
Well, you go through your stuff and then I'll do it and then I'll get it
Well,
together.
I mean, pretty much, I have the same things that Callie does, just tons of needle minders, floss drops, little scissors, floss, bling. Got this tin, it has a needle minder in it, little pair of scissors.
That's a perfect idea right there for a table gift.
A little pink frog, a seam ripper. I mean, seemed like a little Altoid tin. And somebody gave us, it says Pam Wilson. She gave us some bobbins.
I like those.
Yeah. And Jamie, the pink stitcher, gave me this. It says positive potato. I may be a tiny potato, but I believe in you. Go do your thing. Is that not the cutest little crochet thing? I love it, love it. I can't wait to get it on my shelf. Oh, y'all, there is so much.
Somebody gave us a Canadian flag. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
I don't think I got a Canadian flag.
I did.
I might have. I just may not have ran across it yet. Another project bag. Of course, I got the one with little kitty cats on it for Flopsy.
I got the one with puppy dogs
And the nap time stitcher. Gave these little tags. And Holly Ho bought me a project mat. And
Tell people what that's for, so some of them might not know.
well,
When
you put your project, I guess you can put your project if you're working on it in it, and then you roll it up.
I think what I've seen people do more than anything with it is to put your finishes before you get them framed.
That's what I'm
something.
going to do with mine. Instead of folding them up and putting them in a Ziploc bag, I'm going to roll them up in this.
It keeps them from creasing so bad.
So, she got me that. And this is my project bag from Jamie.
The colors are so bright.
I know, I love them.
And that chick just learned how to sew, and she told me she's just learning how to sew,
Yeah.
but she done pretty good.
She did. And Beth gave us tomato jam, and you're supposed to eat it with cream cheese and crackers, and it's upstairs.
You're going to have to let me know how that is, because
And
it sounds
she gave
wonderful.
us some Gloriana silks, and she gave us this little, like a sandwich box.
That's perfect size, though.
And it's got floss drops, my favorite magnets, a wand, a little jar with needles, scissor fob, an emery board, floss sticks, a little tiny tomato.
What is a floss stick?
Like you do your teeth, ain't it?
Oh.
Is it?
I don't know. I ain't never seen them. That's why I was wondering.
I'm almost certain that's what it is. Well, it might not be. I might need to ask. Anyway. And some hand cream. Oops. I almost dumped it. And that was from Beth. Stitching in my pajamas. And Holly Ho gave me this cute little bag with a C and a chicken scissor fob.
That looks just like Holly, doesn't it?
Yes. And a hoop. And some tissue. I think she jinxed me, because I blew my nose. A tape measure. A little notebook. A little pair of scissors with a cow on them. A Starbucks gift card. Another little floss wand. Ooh, I love these things.
Picker-upper.
A picker-upper when you're too lazy to pick your scissors up. Seam ripper. A little bookmark. A pen. And a coaster. And this was the neatest little idea. It's got Tylenol in it, Advil, Band-Aids, stain remover, a lens wipe, a hand wipe. I mean, it's perfect.
All those things
for your stitchy box.
You forget.
And you can just stick it in there, and when you use it, you can replenish it, and it always stays in your stitchy box.
Because we had to whoop out the cold meds this week, so it wouldn't hurt you to put some of them in there.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And then she brought me some charts. I like that one. She did it.
Is it a Little House Needleworks?
It's a Country Cottage Needleworks. It's called Joyful Summer. And this one is Little House Needleworks ABC Floral. This one might have been on the freebie table.
Well, she was shopping that
Oh,
freebie
yeah,
table.
she
She
was.
brought me a little
Because she got me
T90.
something, and I don't even remember what it was now.
She brought me a little T90 sewing machine.
Oh, she brought me a pink extension cord. Oh, she brought me some fabric, a piece of blue and a piece of cream fabric. And Chris, Hinkle Mama, because she's my mama now too. She made this little orc container. Look how cute that is.
I was going to attempt some of them, but I hadn't
Well,
took the plunge yet. She's the sweetest
She
thing.
is so sweet. She is so sweet. And she's just, whatever shenanigans Jamie wants to do, she's just
Up for 'em.
up for it, I guess. And then Rebecca gave us a Grow a Sasquatch. If you know, you know. And Jamie has hers growing.
What did she do with it? Did she start it there?
I
That
think
night?
these are Greta's. I think these are things that people gave us to give to Greta. I'm going to have to ask Holly if she's got Greta's stuff or if I do. But I'm not going to take it out of that bag in case it is Greta's.
Did Jamie start her Sasquatch while we were there?
Yes.
How did she I wonder how she
put it in a cooler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And she gave us a Tyler candle.
Those smell so good.
Yep. And these are the, what are the ones that Chantel, oh, I can't think of it. But anyway, she gave us those. She gave us some dark chocolate caramel with sea salt from Bucky's. And a milk chocolate caramel with sea salt from Bucky's. And a waxer. A little kitty cat waxer. And she gave us this bag. It says, "Don't sass the Squatch." And then inside it, it had a little pair of scissors with a fob on it. And this says, "Not today, heifer."
How cute.
Ain't that cute?
It is cute.
So, I think this is, I can't remember what she said this was. I'll have to ask her. But other than just little, I'm not making light, but because we would be here literally all night long, and we've already been here over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But we are so grateful, so thankful, and so blessed to have been able
to go
because it was phenomenal.
It was both of our first time at StitchCon.
Yes.
And there was a lot of first timers there.
Yes.
Crisscross Stitch was first timer. Holly was a veteran.
She went last year.
Candace I think she was a first timer. And but we had a blast, and it was so much fun and much needed break,
and several of these people I have Zoomed with or do Zoom with, and it's just so good to meet them in person and to hug their necks, and they're just the same as what you see on their floss tubes. They're just the same.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Sure. I've got a little bit of haul left to go through. So at the Annex, what the heck is in there? Oh, I started putting stuff in there. I bet that's my StitchCon notebook with a pen. With my gift card that Gretchen had given us at our table, I got these two as a set. One's a bigger bag, and then this little tinier one that were together as a set. And I love red, so that's what I chose with that. And then I think I got that the second day of the Annex. The first day that they opened the Annex, I walked in there and saw these, and when I tell you I love this thing, it is just perfect. It's a big old tomato pincushion. It's about the size of, I guess, a grapefruit, wouldn't you say?
Probably. They're very expensive.
And they're heavy,
if you know, you know.
They're heavy, so I got that because, I had to have one. And then I had bought one of those bog backpacks for stitching. And it ended up not even taking this stinking thing because I took a bigger bag, but I'm paring down for the next retreat. But I needed a stitchy tray.
Lies.
And no, I am. But Holly Neal, I think I saw on hers where she just slides hers in her backpack, and it does fit perfect because I put it in there. So I got those two things. I think that's all I got at the Annex, though.
I didn't buy a thing at the Annex.
Did you not?
I did not buy one thing. Holly bought me this project roll, and I did not buy a thing.
I got that stuff at the Annex because I had dropped enough change the day before. Lord, there's another bag. Gretchen, this was part of that stuff from Gretchen. She brought this over to the table that day and had when was all going through it. And there's something else in here, but I don't know what it is. So at the craft gallery, oh, that's my candy down in here. What's the ladies' names that made us these
Julie
cookies?
and Cindy.
We met
The
them.
twins.
We met them at the at Craft Gallery the first day, and of course they were coming on to StitchCon, but they had us little cookies, and this one says Floss Balls. So I got that at the Craft Gallery. Lord, here's some more stuff that I don't even know what's in here. I'll probably open it. Oh, it's floss cards and
That was from Myra. She gave those to us when we were eating lunch.
that's right, and it sure was.
And Miss Myra that we met in Kentucky that we had lunch with, she finished my birthday sale, and I will insert a picture. It is so pretty.
I don't know what else in it. Oh, that was from a napkin from the Golden Lamb.
Oh yeah, I've got mine somewhere. I think it's in my purse.
One of the twins gave us these little teeny little frogs. And I'm sure I'll need that. That's something else from the Golden Lamb.
I'm sure many of y'all have seen our other friend Greta. She didn't go to StitchCon because they had already planned a family vacation to take a cruise, so we took Flat Greta with us. So if you checked out our Instagram and kept up, Black Greta was with us.
So they had some legacy linen at Craft Gallery and some R&R. So I got a piece of Ligonier Latte, a fat quarter of it, because this is my colors most of the time. Then I got a piece of Espresso, and I think it was by, what's that first one I said? Legacy, I believe it was it, but this is Espresso. I got a fat quarter of it, and then a fat quarter of Meadow Rue, and this is pretty. I don't know if I ever seen it, but it's almost got a purple.
Did I get that?
I know you or Candace one did, but it's almost got a purple tint to it, but it's really pretty. So I got those 3 pieces of linen, and then I was on a Blackbird kick, you know, like always. But I had sat down and made me a list before I left so that I would not buy doubles and get the things that I needed, because I thought that I had bought some of these, and come to find out, no, I did not. But I got...
Hang on. We gotta take a short break.
You know,
Okay.
like an AT.
Sorry. I didn't figure y'all wanted me honking all in my Kleenex.
I got Moments of Glad Grace. I got Bells on Christmas Day. Thy Love More Strong. United We Stand. Maria, is that the front? Yeah. Maria Selby Humphrey. And then I was so glad they had these because these are out of print. So you might want to call them. But this one is The Fruitful Vine. And it's part of the Absidarian series. It's number 6. So got that one. And then I found another one I didn't have of that same series. This was My Friend's House. I believe it's out of print too, or if it's not, it's close to it. And then I got
That's pretty.
number 11, Summer Harvest of the same series. And then, let's see, I got some smaller ones.
My Lord.
Well, I made me a list. You know, all this was not on the list, though, but I knew when I saw them I didn't have them, and I needed to finish out a series. So I got Pleasure of the Fleeting Year, My Valentine, The Last Ripe Berries, All the Hills Echo, Hear the Crickets Sing, and then Teresa Kogut did an exclusive sampler for Craft Gallery. And I'm sure y'all already seen this, but I said if I could ever get up there, I was going to get me one. So it's in his image. And I just love it. It's so pretty. The lady that was cutting my fabric, what was her name? I can't remember. She was
Linda?
talking. Maybe. She was talking about the called for fabric on this one. And I can't remember now what she said it was. But the model that they have in the shop was stitched on that. And she showed me a piece of that linen now. And it's so much darker than this. So she helped me pick out a piece of linen to go on that. And then, this is the other haul. But I told Christy I'm going through all this haul so I can put it up before we do another video. I had ordered this off the D-Stash Street. And it's Justice for All. And then before I left, I had gotten a piece of, a half yard of, Picture This Plus Ancient. Pull it out, but it's got some dark modeling in it. It's more pretty.
That is pretty.
I think I might stitch that Justice for All on it.
Yeah, that'd be very pretty.
I would like to have a piece of that Heroic because it's got that red in it, but I think this will work too since I got it. So, got that. And then I got my Color and Cotton subscription. And it's a bunch of autumnal colors this time. Let's see what their name.
Is it not on the back?
Oh. Let's see. This one is Yam. This one is Turtle Sunday. It's a pretty brown. I can say it. Pumpkin Pie. This color I love. That burnt orange in the fall. This one's Open Fire. And this one is Hickory Stick. But these colors are my thing. I like jewel tones and I like these autumnal colors. So that is my haul. For not to have had done in a good while, buddy, I loaded her up this time, didn't I?
I also got my Color and Cotton floss in. And Holly got this for me on the freebie table. And I think I'm going to send it to Greta and have her make me a project bag.
That's cute.
Greta.
Let me see that tag on it. I wonder if it's... I think I got one of these too. It was in my motor.
And I got a piece of Olympia by Mystic Fabrics.
That's pretty. That's that one that lady suggested, wasn't
it? And I got a piece of Oaken by Picture This Plus. And I also got another piece, and I've already started using it because I started Violet's Blue, and I will tell you about it when we do our regular floss tube because I already pulled it. And I got the floss, I got some Gentle Arts floss at Craft Gallery, and that's all I bought while I was gone. So we had a running bet, and out of all four of us, Candace, Callie, me, and Holly. Holly spent the least amount at Craft Gallery. Guess who was next?
Can y'all believe it? She's just trying to prove a point.
And then coming in hot on Candace's heels was Albert. But old Candace
blowed her out of the water.
Blowed her out of the water.
We also got one of these too. It's a phone stand at Craft Gallery. I reckon it's a phone stand.
Chart stand.
Some kind of stand.
I think it's a chart because I took mine to work today and it doesn't work great with my cell phone. It might work better with my iPad.
Yeah.
But that's all, folks.
That's it. And I'm sure we forgot, no telling what.
Yes, but we'll just have to get it next time. We're going to try to do a floss tube this weekend, a regular floss tube. And after that, I will be gone for a week. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see how all that pans out. But we hope we haven't went on too long, and I will insert all the pictures and try to add captions of who, what, when, where, why, and how. And maybe I'll get it uploaded before the next Stitch Con.
Lots of stuff, but such a good time. We had such a good time.
Such a good time.
Got to visit with friends, and that was the most important part.
And got to make new friends and meet friends that you've only known via Zoom or watching them on FlossTube or their comments on our FlossTube. It was just, I can say my cup runneth over.
Way over.
And it does. And if me, Holly, and Callie show up on location, we'll be at Criss Cross Stitch's house because we going.
That's right. We're just gonna roll up.
And you may see him down here in the back cave one day.
That's right. He may do it. We try to put him in our suitcase this time.
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can all fit in my Stitchy chair. And he said that he used to get put in the back seat
on the hump.
On the hump. I said nobody puts baby on the hump. So, but we love you all. We're so thankful for you, and we're so thankful that we got to experience this.
Sure are.
So,
if you get the opportunity, you should take it.
You should.
Really. It don't let, like Chris was talking about, anxiety get the best of you because it'll rob you of a great time.
No. Don't let anybody steal your joy.
And I have struggled with anxiety, and a lot of times if my nerves get the best of me, if I let them, then I will back out of things too. But I'm so glad that I didn't.
Right.
Like he said, it's an experience, and I truly and thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yep, me too. But until next time.
Talk to you later.
Bye.